Hello. Is anybody? Hey, Cherry, Sai. You're always here with me. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. Hi, Honolulu. How are you doing? I had to leave for a minute. It was a Christmas shopping thing. Hey, Mamie. Send Tess a message and say if they don't honor the ad to get it anyway, please. Send her a message that. Send her a message and Mom said yes, get it anyway. Okay. I miss you, Honolulu, too. Hello, Veronica. Hello, Jacqueline. Hello, Bill Freeman. Hello, Rosalie. How are you guys doing? I'm sorry. This looks extremely low, but trust me, it's a long way before you see anything on these girls. It's just comfortable for me to sit this way. Busy day. Excuse me. I always cough. There you are. I always cough after I do chemo for some reason. Hi, Frankie. How are you doing, girl? So, as most of you know, I went today for more chemo. This is my second bout of the one they call the Red Devil chemo. It takes almost 4 hours of sitting there to get this chemo. They're so good to me. They're so nice. It's Tri-City Cancer Center, and they're really good. They're really good people. Alicia Young, hey, I was getting worried. How do you feel? I feel tired, yet hyper at the same time, if that's possible. Like on our way back, my eyes wouldn't stay open, but I could hear everything that was being said. It was the weirdest feeling. Hey, Mamie, send Tess a message and say, ask her if that was the grand total, and if it was, that's fine. It was a packed house today. I think they have 10 seats there, and there was all filled but one when I got there. Hey, Jackie. So everybody was getting chemo treatments today, and I was watching because you're just kind of sitting staring at each other. I made a new friend today. Her name is Elaine. I think it's Elaine. And she sells Avon, and so I ordered some Avon for Christmas. I used to sell Avon. There's certain products on Avon I love, like they have a waterproof eyeliner called Dazzle. What's the name of it? I can't remember. But anyway, they still carry that, and they had some really great men's. That's one of the few places you can find some really great men's slippers, and like my son wears a 13, 14, and they go up that big, and they were only $16.99. So I've been looking for a pair of slippers for him for Christmas. So I got him that. My mom wanted some stuff, so I ordered. So I made a new friend, and I started thinking, hey, I might sell Avon again. Because I love Avon's products. Their skincare line, you can't beat it. And then they have some little doodads here and there. Plus, it's kind of fun. Hi, Susan. Hi, Logan. Thank you, Logan, for praying for me. Okay, so you see what I'm doing here? Pulling hair. My hair is falling out now, guys. So anyway, I went for the chemo treatment, made a new friend that sells Avon, and I'm going to get some of my stuff that I used to wear from her. Cheap. They had like the eyeliner pencils were on sale for $3, and they're normally like $12. So I was really excited. I got my mama some, got me a couple. Hello, Yvonne. Hello, Susan. Yeah, you guys, listen, when they stuck the port in again, there was no pain whatsoever. I took it well. It was over with, and it just seemed like it flew by because, like I said, I made friends. A lot of those people go in there and they're so down and forlorn, and I'm just laughing, cutting up and talking to them. They won't talk back to me. They just look at me like I'm a crazy woman, except for the Avon lady. And she said, when I heard that mouth going over there, she said, I thought, that's somebody I got to know. and she was a follower of the Christ, and she was speaking about things that we talk about too, which was really cool. Hi, Marilyn, cousin Marilyn. Hi, April. I feel good right now. I come straight home. I took my nausea medicine. They pipe you full of nausea medicines and all that stuff. I took my nausea medicine. Y'all hear me talk about that thing that gave me a headache. I'm going to show it to you. Do you see this? Wait a minute. Can you see that? Now, watching a little bit, there'll be a green light come. See that green light? So that thing's going to beep green. As long as it's beeping green, we know it's working. At around 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock tomorrow, that thing's going to beep about 5 or 6 times in a row, green lights, and make a noise. And when it does, then all of a sudden it will shoot my body full of immune-fighting antibodies. It's wonderful. But what happens is it causes your bones to hurt, is the main side effect. One of the rare side effects is the headaches like I get, which because the nurse and I were talking, we figured that it's probably because I have migraines with complications and have since I was 16 years old, and I take Topamax twice a day to prevent that, but that doesn't touch this. So they've got me prepared with medicine to start taking tomorrow about 5 o'clock. I'm going to start taking. Hi, Susie. The chemo was fine. After I took, I was so sleepy. I come back here. I think we stopped and got something to eat. I can't remember. I know I ate something. It kind of just knocks. I don't know why they don't put anything in there to knock you out, but I guess it's just so hard on your system. It just knocks, or maybe it's the anticipation of it, and it knocks you out. Or it does me. It makes me really tired. So we come back here, and it takes a little bit, and then I get my second wind, and Tess and I wrapped presents. We wrapped Olive Cheney's presents, my third child, and I'm getting ready to wrap her significant other's present and her son's present and her 3 stepchildren's presents. So I like to do families. I do each family at a time. That way I don't leave anybody out. So that's what my goal is tonight, if I can't sleep, is just to continue through that family wrapping presents. Terry Hughes came to visit me. Well, she didn't mean to. I called her to because Mamie had to go to Johnson City to pick something up for me. Tess had to go to Johnson City to pick something up for me, pay a bill. And they say you're not supposed to be alone on your first day. Hi, Brenda. That you're not supposed to be alone your first day after chemo. And I told the kids I was fine to go on, but they wouldn't. So they made me call Terry to come down here. But she could only stay to 6:30, and they wouldn't be back till after 6, 7, 8, 9. And so she got to visit with us for a little bit, which was fun. I don't know. Fluorocet for headaches, Lisa. I don't know. I'll ask them about it. This isn't like a normal headache. This is from that immune stuff. So they have to give me like some heavy duty stuff. Probably got a hair in my mouth. Speaking of hair in my mouth, my hair's coming out. It is coming out not like if I pull on that whole piece, it won't come out, but a bunch will come out. So a lot of my hair is coming out, and it's getting everywhere. It's getting in my mouth. It's getting in my eyes. So I am going to end up having to shave it because I can't take it. I can't stand the hair in my mouth. It'll gag me to death. I can't stand it in my eyes. It keeps getting in my eyes. So what is today, Friday? I don't know if I'll make it through the weekend or not. But my son, Chaz, is going to shave my head for me. And yeah, I'm going to get fitted for a wig for when we have especially when the grandkids around. I'm going to explain it to them and show them and let them see. But I don't want that to scare them too much, you know. I don't want their memories of their grandma to be scary ever, you know. And then again, they may love it. But also there'll be times I want to go places that I don't want to feel like explaining or people staring at me. So sometime in the next 2 to 3 days, I'll be shaving my head and getting fitted for some kind of wig. Because I cannot stand all this hair sticking to me. And it is coming up. You know how we used to do the test? I'll show you what I'm talking about. We'll do this. See? It's coming out. Lay that right there. So it won't be much longer. I mean, it might even be tomorrow it comes out. Who knows? So it is. It's my baldness is upon us, and I don't mind that. It's like Terry. I had told Mamie this earlier. Then Terry confirmed it when she come and talked to me, and that was that. It just shows that the chemo's working. You know, I told her, I said, I always worried about people that didn't lose their hair, that maybe it wasn't strong enough and working. It just shows the chemo's working, and it's going through my body, and it's getting rid of anything it considers an enemy. And dead hair hair is just a dead follicle, so it considers it an enemy, and it's getting rid of it. So my question is, when I put my makeup on, where does my makeup line end? I don't know. So crazy thing is, when Mamie went to the supply house today, which, you know, I'm a hairdresser, and see, I can't live like that. I can't live with hair in my mouth and hair, eyes and stuff. So when Mamie went to the supply house today because she needed some shampoo, I said, grab me some hairspray. And everybody that was in the room stopped and looked at me. I said, well, for a day or two, then, you know, you never know when you might need hairspray, because I still might do somebody's hair for a wedding or something. So she took her little money and she went and bought her little hair products, and she bought herself some hairspray, basically. So, hi, Robin. But the chemo stuff, they got a bandage on me right now. And there's still stitches. I still got a stitch here and here that the other doctor did that I've got to go back and take it back. I go back Tuesday I go back Tuesday this week for my blood work to make sure my counts are good. I didn't ask them what my counts were today. They must have been pretty good. They didn't tell me. I'll have to call. Foxy? Oh, see, I thought something was scraping at my door. No, go see Chuck. Hey, Mamie, will you yell for Foxy? See all these presents that we've wrapped. Look at all this. That's Chaz's fat. Oh, there's some of Mamie's stuff in there. I got Cheney right there. I got Mamie's stuff. I got Chaz's stuff. I got Kima. I got a bunch of people's stuff out here, the kids' stuff. But anyway, that's how my day's been. It's been a good day, though. Laughter and fun. And Tess always makes everything funny. So anyway, I love y'all too, Rosalie, and I love you. So I need a blanket to put over me because I think this top part's getting lower and lower and lower. But yeah, when I was on doing my video last night's when I noticed my hair. That was the first time. It didn't do it earlier. It's just when I started that video last night, when I ran my hands through it, it was like poof, and the hair was gone. So anyway, it happens. But again, I don't know if I said this earlier or not because I'm so tired now. But what bothers me about the hair falling out is it really makes it extremely real. At that point, you know, it's not anymore. If it could be real, more real, losing your hair drives it home. You know, it's like, I know I've got cancer. I know I'm taking chemo. I know I'm in prayer. I know I'm covered. I know I'm going to get better. But when the hair falls out, that's when it's like driving it home. Girl, you got cancer. But God's in control. He's going to heal you. You're going to get through this. But it's kind of like even though you know it's going to happen. And mine isn't about vanity. I'm sure there is some in there. I'm not going to lie and say there's not. There's probably some in there somewhere. But that's not the goal to me. The ultimate goal to me so much is wanting to be here for my family and my friends. Oh, hey, Carolyn. Love you. They're home. Thank God. Praise Jesus. So Carolyn finally made it home. Thank you. But when Carolyn and Charlie left this morning, it wasn't falling out as bad as it is right now. So I really don't know. Lisa said, I love that cut. Very sexy. You know, bald can be sexy, especially when your beautiful eyes get some. I do. I want to get some wraps and some bandanas. I don't have anything right now. I think I've got a toboggan, and I put it on to see what would look like. Oh, oh, girls and boys. This short hair with a toboggan where you couldn't see it. Oh, oh, not pretty. Not pretty at all. I don't know. I don't know what I know that a wrap, you know, the wraps, the big wraps that tie those will be okay, but I got to have something bigger. A toboggan on my I look like I should be pushing a buggy down Main Street, you know, with about 20 coats on. It was not good. It was not good at all. And so yeah, the hair's coming out. It is falling out now. And I'll go, like I said, I'll go Tuesday for blood work to see how it goes. I won't see him till Friday again. And we'll see how the progress is made on the old Tata and make sure that it's still going down. Ronnie, you're supposed to be asleep. And here you are up and saying, look at the money we will save on hairspray when it's gone. No, we're going to save money. I'm going to spray hairspray on it so it'll be shiny. I'm walking around with a big old shiny bald head for you to kiss. But you can rub it for good luck. You can rub my big bald head for good luck. Carolyn, my treatment went very, very well. There was a new girl there. I've never seen her before. It was a young girl. And when they bring out this Red Devil thing, I swear it's almost a foot long, and it's that big around syringe. And they have to push it slowly, and then you have to eat ice chips while they're doing it, or you'll start getting mouth sores and blisters and stuff in your mouth. And some places, they put your hands on cold so you don't, but that's what causes neuropathy too. And I asked her about that today. They didn't know about it, but I'm going to start bringing my own ice packs for my hands and my feet while they're doing it. But you have to push it really slow. And she started pushing it too fast. And, buddy, I felt it. I said, oh, my God, that hurts. It feels like my chest is it's hurting my chest. It felt like I was having a cramp in my chest. And she said, are you okay? I said, no, it's really hurting. And then the head nurse, Robin, who I love, who's a friend of my sister's, I just love her. She came over there and she said, back it up a little bit, slow down. It's Friday. I know they wanted to go home. But dang, you could feel that it hurt. So, but other than that, it was really good. It did not seem like it was 3.5 hours. Well, I was there a total of 4 hours. But the chemo took 3.5 hours. Carolyn and Charlie, I ate all the snacks I took, which I didn't take all of them. Just the handful that I took. I ate every bit of them while I was there because I went in at 11 and it was lunchtime. So I wanted a salad, and Tess went to get the salad, and they didn't have it. So I had her go to Crystal's and get me a Crystal burger. I was just starved. So I did eat something today. I was reading what Lisa said. I'm reading what y'all said. Hey, Patty Bath. Hey, Kelly. I think I already told Kelly hello, but I'll say it again. Hey, Kelly. Hi, Molly. I just don't want to miss anybody. If I've missed you, I want to say hello. But it was a good day. Then, like I said, we wrapped these presents and stuff. And I feel thankful for chemo. I know a lot of people are like, oh, chemo is the devil. If it weren't for chemo, a lot of people wouldn't be here, including me. So it isn't, there's side effects, sure, but it's better than the alternative. Now, I know that a lot of people opt out. My ex-mother-in-law, who originally owned this house and then left it to my husband, who left it to my children, who were gracious enough to leave it to me to stay in, she had lung cancer, and she let them, she got to where they got her into remission somehow. It's a different kind of cancer. And she decided she didn't want to have the treatments. My father got the same kind of cancer. They got around the same time. He went for the treatments. He went for the chemo. Now, she only lived 2 years. He lived 4 years, but the last 2 years of that were horrendous years of bedridden. So, I don't know. I guess it's up to the individual, which is the way to go. I'm going for the chemo. I'm fighting because I have an 18-year-old daughter. I have a 26-year-old daughter. I have a 31-year-old son and a 35-year-old daughter and 12 grandchildren, and so I am going to fight. And I have a ton of friends that love me, and I have a man that loves me, and I'm not going to give up. And those friends I talk about, I have tons of friends, and then I have tons of the Gypsy family, and I have to fight. I can't let them down. Also, there's just too much. Hello, Donna. How are you? Hello, Gloria. Gloria, listen. Gloria and Penny own the penny pin. Not the penny pinchers, down the pennies down here, the thrift store that I talk about all the time. So when I got home from my chemo, they're supposed to be open. They weren't open. But when I pulled up, there's a guy, and I know who he is. And I'm not trying to say anybody's better than anybody at all. And I try to help the hungry and the homeless and all that. But when you have someone who's a criminal with a criminal mind that does not have a soul to speak of, I'm not saying he doesn't have a soul. I'm just saying right now in this walk where he's at, he's on meth and he's covered in meth sores. He has literally stolen stuff right in front of me out of my yard that we've had to call the police, had him arrested. He's a criminal with a criminal mind with no hope that he had. I shouldn't say no hope. What's the words I'm looking for? He has no desire to change. Anyway, he was laying in front of your store, then tried to get into my store, and then finally went to the other lady, and I told her, I said, baby doll, you need to lock your door. This guy's not safe out here. And instead, of taking heed to what I said, he said, can I go in and look around? And she said, yeah, and let him in. I said, well, I warned you, you're on your own. But I think he was trying to get either into your store or my store up here. So we need to be really cautious of that, and maybe see if we can't get Carter County to patrol a few nights up here. I feel sorry for the guy. He needs help. But I think they've tried to get him help before, and it's just not happening. So he needs to. If he's sleeping out in this and that, I don't know what. I really don't know what he was doing. He was so messed up. Who knows? So anyway, Gloria, that's something you need to be aware of when you come into work tomorrow and when you leave at night over there. That's been going on. Hello, Pam Watson Broswell. That is one of the Pam Watson Broswell is one of the prettiest women you'd ever see in your life, and funny. And I'm so thankful she loves me. You know how you move to a town and there's certain people that you want to be their friends, and then they end up hating you, and you're like, dang it, we could have been such good friends together. Well, she was one of those people that I thought hated me, so I would hide from her every time I see her, because I thought, man, I don't want to hear how much a piece of garbage she thinks I am. And because she was always trying to come talk to me. So the reality was that she wanted to come talk to me because she wanted to be my friend. And then one day in a restaurant, she came up to me and talked to me. And she really did want to be my friends. And she's been one of my bestest friends ever since. And I love her so much. And she's so freaking funny. My God, we've laughed our butts off about stuff. And when I get better, I went to school, to real estate school, and I took the class and I passed the class. I just haven't taken my state boards yet because it's always something. But when I do, I'm going to go to work for her, and I'm going to sell real estate on the side. I am. I told you I love to get degrees in anything. So, God says that he wants his people, he says, study to show thyself approved. And I take that serious. And he's not just talking about the word, I don't think. I think he talks about everything. God wants his people to be prepared for everything. He wants us to have skills. So if something fails, we can still have another skill. God says, a man that does not work shall not eat. A man that doesn't take care of his own family is no better than an infidel. An infidel is a non-believer, which is someone who's outside the realm of Yahweh, Yahshua, and Elohim. So we take that serious. And so I have many modalities of skills I have. I am an esthetician, a licensed esthetician. I am a cosmetologist. I'm a Reiki master teacher. I teach mountain magic all the way up to heritage. and all that, which is not magic with a K, but with a C, which is about Appalachian natural healing and the spiritual aspects of that. What else do I do? I've owned several wedding chapels. I still do. I still go and do chapels. I do catering. We do hair and makeup on those things. I have a certification in photography. I've got getting my real estate license. There's so many certificates that I have. I'm not saying that to put roses on my shoulder, but anytime I see a class offers for something, if I can afford it, I go to it, because you learn and you can glean something out of everything. Whether some things are stupid and some things you go to the class and you're like, well, all I got out of that is something. That's something. If you can walk away from any class you take with one good thing that can help you in your journey, or maybe meet people that can help you, or you can help, or that somehow you made a good friend with, then you walked away with your money's worth. God says, my people will perish from lack of knowledge. There's not enough knowledge. Look what's happened in our society. Our young people acted like a bunch of crazy, insane fools, and they don't know why. They think that socialism and everything that's going to be happening and given to them is going to set them free and they can do anything. But the problem is they're not learned it enough to know that money's got to come from somewhere, because mom and dad's always giving them the money, and they look at the big government as mom and daddy. They're not learned. They don't understand. They didn't study to show thyself approved. So they think that a man that does not worketh shall eat, but that's not what God's word says. And he's the same yesterday, today, and forever. And we see what happens with countries that have went down this path before. People say, you're mixing politics and religion. I'm mixing the world we live in with who I am, and that is a light of the Most High God. I am a princess, an heir to the throne. And it affects my world when my world is getting ready to turn down a dark road that we may never get back on track from unless Yahweh allows it. And the only thing that's going to change that, is when you make a stand and say no, and when you make a stand for what's right, true, good, and pure, and when you start living that life within your own home and teaching your children properly again. The downfall of the family is where all this came from. All those people out there, and remember what was that word that made that one place that was supposed to be like a haven where you could go to be free, and it ended up being some militant crackhead, where was it, Vermont or what, somewhere where they made their own little town, the Antifa did, and it was, oh my God, it ruined everything. Or was that Seattle? I can't remember. I just got so sick of Washington, I couldn't stand it. So what has happened today is it was the splitting of the families we talked about last night, that people just got divorced and didn't think about the kids. They didn't put any stick-to-ity into it in the families, me included. You know, we didn't understand. I didn't grow up in a world of divorce, and very few people I know did. And so it was a novel idea, and that was the thing to do. It didn't work out. You didn't put anything into it. What made me think about this was there was an anniversary posted on my Facebook of a guy I went to school with, Dale Robbins, and his wife, and they've been married since we were high school. And I looked at that and I thought, that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. I thought I would find my one and I would be married forever to them, and we would go through the ups and the downs and the ins and the outs, and we would have children and they would have children, and we would just live happily ever after. And it didn't work out that way at all for me. And those who have been through it, it may be boring at times, but you are the blessed ones. Trust me. You're the blessed ones. And those of us who didn't, God still hasn't given up on us. He made Adam and Eve. He put the desire inside of you to have a mate, and it's okay to desire that. Don't ever be ashamed. Don't ever be ashamed when people say, my goodness, you're always dating somebody new, or you're always looking for somebody. I say, you're right. I am trying them out to see if this is who God wants me to be, because he called me to have a mate by my side. And so it's not too late to find the right person that can come in your family, help restore your family, even if it is a little broken because it's not the original father or the original mother, but restore it in a way that only God can restore. Only God can. I've seen families restored that were broken back to a maybe not the normal way we see families, but to a different state where love is the center, where forgiveness is at the center, and where walking on the path is in the center. So what is your journey? Are you praying without ceasing? What is that? Are you communicating with God? What do I do next? Is there a continual conversation going on between you and the Holy Spirit as what is next to come? Give it a shot. What do you got to lose? So far, everything you've tried has not worked. Why not give that a try? Oh my gosh. What is on your head? I've got to show everybody. This just walked around the corner at me. Apparently it's a hair mask, but it looked terrifying.
It smells and looks like bleach. And it just said, she said it was good for your hair, and it says thermal on it.
Oh, okay.
And it smells like it's getting so hot.
Let me see.
And it looked like bleach. It smells and looks like bleach.
It doesn't feel hot to
burning
me.
My eyebrows.
It don't feel hot to me at all.
Feels hot.
If you pull that off and your hair is bald, at least we'll tell everybody that you did it just to copy me. So, anyway, I want you to know that I love you guys. I truly do. And I don't expect everybody to agree with everything I say. And I don't expect you to maybe have the same religion I do. That's okay. But this is my journey of cancer. And this is what God's called me to do. And I want you to go on it with me if you want to. Like I said, I'm not going to hide anything. If he shaves my head, guess who's going to be right there with me? You guys are. You're going to be right there with me while they video me shaving my head, getting fitted. I want y'all to be there with me. I don't want to do this by myself. And I thought, that looks like a scary face behind me. I forgot it's a mirror. This is a mirror I got Cheney for. She knows it. So it's not like I let her pick it out. I thought that was like a scary eyeball and somebody's nose and mouth, like a terrifying face. See the eye, the nose, and the mouth of like a monster. It's just my hair. Oh my God, it cracked me up. Oh. So anyway, I love you guys so much. I really do. And I want you to know something. No matter how far you've walked away from the foot of the cross, no matter how far you've walked off away from your journey, no matter how much you've done, no matter how angry you are at God from taking somebody that you loved, or for not giving you the job you wanted, or the home you wanted, or the girl or the boy you wanted, or taking your baby, or taking your child, or taking whatever, no matter how mad you are at him, his love for you endures forever. See, we live in a fallen world, kids, where bad things happen, but this world is only this big. If you look at, it's just a small piece in the eternity of time. Don't be mad at him. His desire is for us to have love. His desire is for us to have healing and good things. But Satan is the prince of the air. Remember, this is his world. We're the enemies here. People get it wrong. They're always saying, Satan's the enemy in our world. No, this world was given over to him. We, the light of God, are the enemy in the world. And their job is to snuff us out. We're always going to have a battle. Keep your armor on. Fight against the darkness. Don't ever give up. Things are going to come and they're going to attack us, but we have to be prepared. And the only way to be prepared is know the Word of God, know that which on you stand on, and what your beliefs are. What do you believe? What if somebody came up to you now and asked you, what is it about Christ you believe? Who is this Christ? And what is it? What history can you tell me about him? Do you have an answer? You better, because you've bet your entire eternity on it. Maybe that's what we'll talk about tomorrow, is the foundations. I actually teach a class called Foundations, about the Foundations of Christ. It's called Foundations 101, and it's an entire weekend to take adult people through Genesis all the way to the Revelations on who's who in the Bible, what the foundation is, and why people are related to who they are to get to where we are, and what it really means to be a child of the risen Savior. Maybe I will offer that class again after the first of the year or so. I can still teach a class, I'm pretty sure. We can do it. Those classes can be taught virtual on internet, or they can be taught at the class room here. But that was one of my favorite classes. Tess and I teach it together. And I love teaching that class because I love when all of a sudden you see the aha moment in somebody's eyes when they go, that's what this is really all about. It's not some big show. It's not, no, this is what this is really all about. And I love it. So we'll think about that. We'll think about that. But in the meantime, I really need to take my nightly medicine. I really need to go to sleep, which I probably won't because I really want to get these presents wrapped for at least one family again. And I just love you. And my love is nothing but filthy rags compared to the love that Christ has of it. Y'all think I'm going to look terrified and bald? What is that going to look like? Not too good. Definitely got to get the contacts for the bald head, though. The glasses will not work with that. And I miss my appointments, but I think I've got one pair of contacts. But anyway, I love you. Sweet dreams. Say your prayer before you go to sleep. And when you say your prayers, remember me, okay? Remember me. And I'll remember you. Again, I don't know if I finish this or not, but there's nothing that you have ever done that's too far that you can't reach God and God can't reach you. Oh, I had a burn in my stomach. My tummy's on fire. But it doesn't matter. No matter how far you've went, no matter what you've done or how many times you've done it, God's waiting for you. He has forgiveness, restoration, and joy to put back in your heart. Peace in your mind. Remember, conviction comes from God, and that's when God says, hey, you've done something wrong there, buddy. Come on back. Let's talk about it. Let's work it out. Let's fix it. Let me make your crooked way straight. The other is, on the other side, Satan and his high-ranking demons on down to his little imps that are going, you're not good enough. Look what you've done. If anybody finds out, they're going to think you're terrible. They're never going to help you. You're a terrible person. Look how awful are you? You're sick. You're this, that, and the other. You're so, look at the guilt and the shame. That's what the other side does. That's not God. Remember, when you're hearing that, that's the other side. I've done some terrible, crappy, disgusting things. They may show up one of these days. People may find out, and you know what I'll say? That was the old me. The new me rose up white as snow with God. And sometimes I did some crappy things when I was saved and knew better and still did it. But you know what? I'm not perfect, but I am a child of the risen Savior, and He paid for all the crappy stuff I did, even after I became a Christian. He paid for everything I did from the day of my birth to the day of my death. It's all bought and sold and paid for. I don't have to answer for it because I rose up white as snow as God. What? With Christ. That is phenomenal. Anyway, I'll get off on another tangent. I'll start preaching. Who knows? I love you guys so much. I shall see you in the morning with a little less of this. I may wake up in the morning and I'll be laying on my pillow. Who knows? Who knows? Sweet dreams. Say your prayer before you go to sleep. Be a good boy and girl.